Gary Shapiro, President and CEO of the Consumer Electronics Association, the owner and producer of the International CES.
So you're the guy that makes all this go.
I am lucky enough one to have a phenomenal team that puts this into place. This is our 40th anniversary at CES. We started in New York. It's a very tiny show when it was just radio and television. And here we are today, 1.8 million net square feet of exhibit space, 2,700 exhibitors, 130 countries, 25,000 people from abroad. Over 20,000 new products and technologies will be introduced at this event alone.
How big is this show compared to other shows?
This is the largest show of any type in the Americas. It's the largest consumer technology show in the world. And we gather people from all over the world, and it's just not technology, it's all related industries. Broadcast, cable, satellite, content, Hollywood, the music industry, transportation, communications. They've come here, and we used to talk about the convergence of technology. Now we're talking about the new convergence, which is the convergence of content, services, and technology. This is where the deals are made. This is where the CEOs of every one of those industries is. They're coming here because they want to see the future, and the future starts here at CES. And instead of fighting it, they're embracing it. Because technology, by definition, changes things. It changes the status quo. And what they're doing is they're dealing with the fact, instead of being like travel agents and saying the internet's coming, oh my gosh, I'm done, what you see is people like CBS and Disney and all the studios are saying, you know what, instead of just fighting the status quo and becoming the horse and buggy people, we want to be part of it, we want to deal with it. We're not going to try to fight it or block it or kill it, we're going to partner and we're going to make it work for us.
So what would your big picks for the companies that are trying to fight the status quo, that are really trying to make a big difference, the really cool products in the show, what are your big picks?
Well, the big picks are the phenomenal array of screens of any type. Let's face it, these flat DLP, plasma, and obviously LCD are absolutely great. But beyond that, we have all sorts of technologies which shifts content in time and place, which has GPS, cameras, and phones. You have all sorts of ways of doing neat things, all sorts of things that are part of internet programs now, which allow, you know, the story of 2006 was MySpace and YouTube. The story of 2007 is going to be something that we don't know, but I'm sure it will involve technology and content and service put together, mashed up, maybe using mapping and location and GPS, having video, maybe using sensing technology, nanotechnology, biometrics, all the cool things that are coming together that give us such a bright future.
Now this show is ginormous, it's massively huge. How does one navigate the show and actually see all that there is to see?
Well, what we've done through various of our own web tools is we made this show tiny. We've personalized it for everyone who comes. They just go onto mycesweb.com, they type in their keyword searches, they put it in, they set up their appointments, they print their map, and all of a sudden it's a tiny show depending on what your interest is. So really this is a collection of about 15 different trade shows involving different categories of product. We also invest millions of dollars in You Are Here, maps, signage, translators, interpreters, colored carpets of different sites, you name it, we've got it here so people can feel comfortable coming here because we want people with a business interest to come here every year and make the decision they have to be here. We also partner, we have hundreds of partners from companies to publications to other associations so they know that this is the place to be.
Now you mentioned with business interest, which is a key point, you don't let anyone into CES. You actually must work in the industry in order to attend. Not to even exhibit, just to go to the show floor. What about the uber geeks, like the hardcore geeks that want to see the technology that's coming out in a year or 2 years? Because let's face it, it's all announced here. How do they get that information? What's the best medium for them?
The best thing to do is to obviously deal with journalists like yourself. Read the blogs, go to the websites, read the publications. We are very careful not to allow consumers in because it's a business-only show, and when a company is spending millions of dollars to showcase their products and technologies and services, they want to deal with other business people and present themselves that way. Consumers have a lot of good questions, and we love the people who are hobbyists and the early adopters, but those early adopters have the opportunity by just staying tuned with the media and the blogs.
How many were you expecting this year at the show?
Well, we're trying to actually restrict it. Last year we had 152,000. Our goal this year is 140,000. We've been very careful about restricting people from the Nevada and California area, super qualifying them and making sure that we have only trade interested people here.